Would you believe me if I told you these three high-end designer pieces cost me less than a takeout lunch? Today we are taking thrifted to luxury, recreating the iconic Studio McGee aesthetic using nothing but basic thrift store finds and few clever textures. We're talking $200 vases for $10 and a designer art for pennies. If you love the high-end organic look but your budget says thrift store, you're in the right place. Before we dive into our first transformation, hit that subscribe button and join our DIY community. We would love to have you here. I'm here every week showing you how to get a magazine worthy home without the designer debt. Let's get into DIY number one. While back, while I was thrifting, I came across this glass vase for $10.99. It was a decent sized piece with a really lovely classic shape, but I'll be honest, I struggled for a while to figure out exactly what to do with it. That was until I saw the Lebo Papier-Mâché vase from McGee Co. I realized this thrift find was the perfect canvas for a high-end look for less. First, I removed all the stickers and gave it a good clean. Now, painting on glass can sometimes be a little tricky because it's so slick. But since I plan on adding a lot of texture, I wasn't too worried about it being perfectly smooth. I started with one coat of oyster silk paint from Dixie Belle. This is an all-in-one paint. It's a primer, paint, and a sealer, which gave me the great coverage I needed. If you were just painting the glass without texture, I definitely recommend two coats, but for this project, one was plenty. After painting the full vase, I let it fully dry. Next, it was time for the texture. I started with about a quarter of a measuring spoon of sea spray texture additive. Now, you can absolutely use a teaspoon of baking soda here instead. I actually intended to use baking soda to show you how that looks, but I realized I was freshly out. So sea spray it was. I mixed it into about a cup of paint, but I felt like it needed a bit more grit, so all in all, I used about half a spoonful of sea spray to 1 cup of paint. You wanted you wanted it to be rich and thick, paste-like consistency. Instead of traditional brushstroke, I grabbed a rounded brush and pounced or dabbed the mixture all over the glass. This creates the authentic papier-mâché look without the mess of actual paper and glue. I've actually used a different technique for this in the past, so I'll link the video in the corner if you want to see another way to do it. I made sure to go a little thicker near the top rim because the inspiration piece had that heavy handmade feel at the opening. You could let this dry and then dry brush a tiny bit of beige paint over the top to mimic the inspiration piece even further. However, I absolutely loved it just the way it was. It's the perfect soft color for spring. I've styled it here on my coffee table with some fresh stems. The organic texture against the greenery makes the whole room feel more curated and calm, and styling it on top of a dark wood coffee table makes the color pop and look high end. For our second DIY, we are tackling this $2.99 thrifted picture frame. I actually think the print inside perfect print for spring, but the gold on the frame was just a little too yellow and shiny for my taste. I wanted to tone it down and give it some age and texture. My inspiration here was the frame art at McGee Co. They have such beautiful way of making new art look like a vintage find. I've actually done a similar project on a dollar store frame before, so I'll link that up in the corner for you as well. After taking the frame apart, I grabbed my antiquing gold wax and applied it with a brush. I went fairly thick because I wasn't looking for the perfect solid coverage. I wanted it to look authentic. I used my finger here and there to blend out any little chunks that got stuck in the grooves. If you're enjoying these high-end transformations so far, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It helps me know you want to see more thrift store versus designer content. To really give that found vintage look, I followed up with bronze gilding wax. This took away that bright yellow and made the frame look worn and storied. I used Kleenex, you could also use paper towel or a cloth to blend the two colors together. To style this, don't feel like you have to hang it. Small frames like this look so charming, leaning against the backsplash in the kitchen or tucked in a bookshelf next to a ceramic bowl. It adds a layer of history to your space instantly. For our last DIY, I'm transforming a wooden bowl that a friend gave me that she also thrifted. It had been previously painted, and while I didn't mind the color, it felt a little flat and new. I wanted to give it that heavy organic stone finish you see in high-end found collections. I grabbed some drywall compound, put on some gloves, and started applying it to the bowl. I use my hand as a spatula because it gives the piece a much more irregular, hand-molded feel than a flat tool would. I covered the outside, the top rim, and the inside. And just a reminder, because of the compound, this bowl is now strictly decorative. Definitely don't serve any food in this one. While the compound was still wet, I wanted to add some dimension or grit. If the ground wasn't frozen here, I would have loved to use real dirt for my garden. Instead, I used Dixie Belle dirt. For some of you, this might actually be a cleaner and easier option than digging in your yard. I put a tiny bit on my hand and dabbed it onto the wet compound, sprinkling it all over the inside and blending it out with my fingers and my palm. This gave it those beautiful earthy shadows and a true stone look. It's no longer that stark, boring white. It has so much depth. I added some bowl fillers, although I have to admit they look a little bit like potatoes in here right now. This bowl is heavy hitter for styling. It looks amazing on entryway console or as a centerpiece on a dining room table. I am so thrilled with how these three pieces turned out. It just goes to show that with a little bit of paint, some texture, and trip to the thrift store, you can absolutely achieve that high-end McGee Co look on a tiny budget. I can't wait to show you how I style all of these in my upcoming home decorating videos, so make sure you are subscribed to my home channel as well and the notifications are on. Which of these three was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see more thrift flips, click the video on the screen now. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.